Stop everything. What I'm about to tell you will shake the foundation of the NFL. This is not a drill. This is not some rumor floating around. This is the kind of breaking news that will have every fan, every analyst, every rival team on their knees in disbelief. I've got exclusive insider information that not only confirms a game-changing, blockbuster trade is looming, but also unleashes a secret so explosive, so above and beyond anything you've ever heard, that it could reshape the entire NFL landscape in the blink of an eye. And listen carefully. What I'm about to reveal is backed by sources so high up in the league's inner sanctum that only a handful of people even know the truth. We're talking about a move so bold, so daring, so utterly shocking that it could set a new standard in NFL history. But here's the kicker. This deal isn't just about some star player changing jerseys. No, what's happening behind the scenes involves power plays, hidden agendas, and a race against rival organizations who are willing to do absolutely anything to block it. The front offices are in chaos, phones are ringing off the hook, and whispers of the biggest move of the decade are spreading like wildfire. Now I know what you're thinking. Who could it be? Which player, which team, which superstar? You want details, you want names. Well, hold tight, because I'm about to peel back the curtain on one of the most meticulously guarded secrets in the NFL right now. But first, let me tell you what's fueling this frenzy, an insatiable hunger from the Detroit Lions organization. That franchise, fresh off a historic 2024 season, is desperate for that final piece, something that will elevate them from contenders to outright champions. You see, they've been scouting, negotiating, working under the radar, and some say they've been playing a high-stakes game of chess with the league's elite for months. And it all comes down to a single, impossible question. Who is the player they absolutely need, no matter what? The Lions have been operating in silence, secret meetings in private jets flying under the cover of night, coded phone calls from the depths of the league's most clandestine corridors. They've been searching for months to find that perfect piece, someone whose skills, versatility, and leadership could transform their offensive line and unlock their championship potential. But here's where it gets even more insane. The player they're targeting isn't just a filler, isn't just a role player. No, this is a guy who is, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the best, an elite game-changing force. And the whispers say they've found him. Yes, they've pinpointed the one individual who just might be the final puzzle piece that puts Detroit over the top. But wait, who could it possibly be? Who is so valuable, so coveted that the Lions would risk everything for him? Could it be an offensive juggernaut, a defensive titan, or perhaps something even bigger? That's when, in a flash of clarity, it hits you. It's time for the truth to come out. Because I am about to drop the name, and trust me, when I do, it will send shockwaves through the league. I'm talking about Mike Onwenu. Yes, Mike Onwenu, the colossal, ferocious right guard of the New England Patriots. The guy who has been a cornerstone of the Patriots' offensive line since he entered the league in 2020. The man whose name is virtually unspoken in the mainstream media, but who, behind closed doors, is central to the biggest game of the offseason. And why? Because Onwenu is not just a good guard. No, this guy is a freak of nature, a powerhouse who packs a punch that's impossible to contain. His story? It's one of grit, resilience, and relentless determination. Let's break down what makes Mike Onwenu so vital. Standing 6'3" and weighing a staggering 350 pounds, he's an absolute monster on the field. A second-round pick from Michigan, he's been a steady force for the Pats. But only recently did whispers begin circulating that the Lions might be willing to pay whatever it takes to get him. His style, violent run blocking, elite impact, and an ability to dominate at the point of attack. Last season, he ranked as the fourth best guard according to PFF, with a run block grade of 91, an elite number that places him in the upper echelon of the league. His run game? Ruthless. His pass protection, strong and consistent with a pass block power of 86, making quarterbacks breathe easier. But it's not just stats. No, it's the intangibles. Onwenu is a leader, a presence in the locker room, and a player who brings a relentless attitude to every play. His versatility, unmatched. He's played both guard and tackle, often shifting positions mid-game, adapting to injuries and team needs with surgical precision. His grit, clearly evident, the kind of guy who plays through pain, who fights for every inch, who embodies the spirit of a true warrior. And the contract. A massive 3-year, $57 million extension from the Patriots, giving him a secure future but also making him one of the most sought-after free agents this offseason. Why would the Lions go after him? Simple. They're desperately seeking a game-changing interior presence, someone who can elevate their offensive line from good to unstoppable. With Jared Goff's growth, a dynamic rushing attack, and a hungry roster, adding Onwenu could be the final ingredient that tips the scales. Imagine him replacing or complementing Taylor Decker at right tackle, anchoring the entire line and creating running lanes that defy physics. This is the kind of move that makes defenses tremble, that singles out a team as unstoppable. But behind the scenes, the drama gets even thicker. I've learned from insiders that the trade negotiations are at a fever pitch. The league's top general managers, including Detroit's brilliant brain trust, led by their GM and a secretive ownership group, have been working endlessly in the shadows, battling rival franchises that want him just as badly. Rumors swirl of encrypted calls, clandestine meetings in undisclosed locations, and even covert visits to private gyms and training facilities to assess his condition. Word is, rival teams have tried to block this move at every turn, offering draft picks, sweetheart deals, and hush money, yet the Lions are pushing forward with a ruthless determination. And the reaction? It's pure chaos. Coach Dan Campbell, known for his fiery passion and relentless drive, has been reportedly ecstatic at the prospect. His team, a squad that's already become a playoff staple, could now be on the verge of a dynasty because of this one move. A source close to the organization told me, "This is more than just a trade, it's a statement." The Lions are serious about winning everything they can get their hands on. The league insiders are whispering of insane performance bonuses included in the deal. Imagine incentives for playoff success, Pro Bowl selections, and even league awards. And what's the grand scheme? Picture this, a front office led by a genius GM working behind the curtain, orchestrating this move with surgical precision. They're analyzing every detail, salary cap implications, roster flexibility, future draft picks, making sure that every dollar commits to greatness. The trade would likely involve multiple draft picks, maybe even a future first, plus some key players to make the numbers fit. Meanwhile, the scheming, it's on another level. They're positioning themselves to dominate not just this season, but for years to come. Now, let's talk scheme. Mike Onwenu's fit in Detroit is perfect. The Lions love a run-heavy attack. Remember their historic 250-yard rushing game in 2024. With Onwenu anchoring the offensive line, that run game becomes unstoppable. His ability to open lanes, to clear space for Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery is unparalleled. Defensively, his presence also frees up interior pressure, allowing the defense to tee off on the quarterback. It's a domino effect. One move triggers a cascade of upgrades across the entire roster. Financially, this move makes perfect sense. The Lions have been sitting on cap space, ready to pounce. Given Onwenu's contract, they could restructure some deals or release underperforming players to create room for his huge salary. The potential next season: a leap in efficiency, a leap in wins, a team that no one can stop. The comparisons to past blockbusters. Think the Rams trading for Jalen Ramsey or the Seahawks acquiring Russell Wilson. Except this one involves a player who is still in his prime, ready to dominate for years. And so, in this hour of chaos and strategy, here's what it all boils down to. In the next 48 hours, the league will hold its breath. Will Detroit finalize this historic deal? Will Onwenu don the Honolulu blue and silver? Will this move catapult the Lions into NFL immortality? The chessboard is set, the players are moving, and the future of the league hangs by a thread. This isn't just about football, it's about legacy, about power, about rewriting history in real time. And trust me when I say, what's coming next will be remembered for generations. The NFL will never be the same again. Stay tuned because I have even more exclusive details, inside info, hidden clauses, the real reason why rivals are terrified coming your way. You won't want to miss this. If you thought you knew the story, you haven't even begun to see the real picture. The next chapter of the NFL's greatest saga is about to unfold, and it's going to be epic. So make sure you smash that like button, subscribe now, and ring the bell, because if you're not on the inside, you're just lost in the chaos. Because this is history in the making, and you are right here inside the eye of the storm. Are you ready? because the truth is about to explode, and once it does, everything changes.